YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing video. Just a super quick video today as Nintendo has of course dropped the final ever update this generation of Animal Crossing will ever see and added a whole bunch of new items to Animal Crossing Complete to wrap things up, so to speak. We're going to take a look and discuss a little about what's next for the series too. But first, if you still consider yourself a huge Animal Crossing fan, be sure to leave a like on the video so we can still be around for when the next Animal Crossing launches. And let's jump straight in. So before we talk a little about what's next for Animal Crossing and the next Nintendo Direct, you'll be pleased to know that whilst Animal Crossing New Horizons isn't getting any new updates, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is, although sadly September is actually the final ever update the game will see, and in turn, the final ever update this generation will see. Over the weekend, Nintendo and the Animal Crossing team finally released this month's preview of the latest Animal Crossing Complete items that will gradually roll out throughout September 2025. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of cool, never before seen items here debuting for the first time in Animal Crossing, with each obtainable either through September's Pocket Theatre Camp events or this month's Fortune Cookie. We have crowns, wizard caps, theatre stages, backdrops and castles, and much more. Now the reason this is so newsworthy, other than the fact Animal Crossing Complete is getting this awesome new content, is because this is of course the final ever update for this game. Earlier in the year, Nintendo confirmed September 2025 will be the final ever batch of new content and new items for the series before it becomes a completely offline game. Well, that time has certainly come around fast. September is now here, and after Nintendo making us wait a little longer than usual, we now get a glimpse at what the latest batch of items look like. We've already been over the schedule in a recent video, but essentially all of these items will be distributed throughout the final Pocket Theatre Camp events of September, including Isabelle's lovely stage garden event, CJ's food festival, fishing tourney, and the huge cake scavenger hunt event. Now just quickly before moving on, in case you had any doubts this was the final ever update, Nintendo confirms in a post, and I quote, "This is the final monthly post introducing items. No more new items will be added after September of 2025. Clearly confirming it's done. However, it's important to remember, although updates are done, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Complete is still a game and will continue as normal, with all previous content now rotating on a 4-yearly cycle. Just yesterday, a day after revealing the update, they confirm, and I quote, "We're excited for you to continue your adventure in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Complete." Just reiterating and reminding us, although new items won't be added, the game continues just like any other Animal Crossing game you'd start, with reoccurring and repeating events. Anyway, this news story goes a little further than it being the final ever update, because the nature of this update now means Animal Crossing Complete is in the same realms as Animal Crossing New Horizons, because from the end of September, once all these items have been issued, both the most recent games, New Horizons and now Pocket Camp, are no longer receiving updates, essentially wrapping up this entire generation of Animal Crossing. Now we have to acknowledge what a crazy milestone this is, given Animal Crossing New Horizons is now approaching the 6th anniversary, which blows my mind, and Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is almost 8 and has been receiving monthly updates since it launched, which also blows my mind. It's a weird feeling to know both games are now somewhat unsupported, or will be from October, and now we're kind of in limbo, simply waiting to hear what's next for the franchise. Now, it was important to document this final ever update and celebrate the milestone, but what is next? Well, as you know, Nintendo is extremely unpredictable, and the rumours side of the internet has never been more unreliable than it is now. The landscape has certainly shifted there, so it's pretty much a waiting game. At least until a reliable source hints at something Animal Crossing related, or Nintendo themselves drop an announcement. The good news is, it does seem like Nintendo are expected to have a Nintendo Direct in September, which although is a rumour, comes from a somewhat reliable source and follows the company's trend of having a direct every September, with the exception of last year given it was the back end of the Nintendo Switch era. Anyway, if these sources are to be believed, the community are expecting Nintendo to have a direct as soon as the end of next week. So with this generation of Animal Crossing now officially over, it's possible we could have some kind of announcement about what's next for the franchise in a matter of weeks. However, it's also important to keep our hopes in check because Nintendo have a lot of games to talk about and we're only in the early stages of the Switch 2 era, so there's no guarantees, but there's always a chance. Be sure to post final in the comments if you made it to this point in the video and let me know if you think Nintendo will air a Nintendo Direct next week. I'd love to know. Of course, if you want a recap of all the Animal Crossing announcements and headlines from last week, be sure to check out this next video where I break down everything you need to know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.